The film opens with Charlie, a retired Marine who now works as a hitman. At that point, his boss, Stan, urges him to collaborate with a new partner he has never met before. Charlie, on the other hand, loves to work alone and is becoming increasingly frustrated as he waits for his new colleague. Finally, a man named Blade appears, and Charlie is even more disturbed by Blade's antics. They then travel to the residence of their target, Rollo, to finish their objective. Because Blade is new, Charlie provides him with the opportunity to complete the job. However, Charlie is perplexed when Blade does not use a knife as expected, despite Stan's assurance that he always does. Instead, Blade presents Rollo with a box of donuts, causing an explosion in Rollo's home. They manage to murder Rollo at the time, but his brain explodes as a result of the donut bomb Blade handed him, and they are unable to identify him. Their customer, Big Guard, is a cautious individual who will not pay unless he is certain it is Rollo. Charlie also contacts the agency's boss, Saul, to locate Rollo's family's address. Long story short, Charlie and Blade meet Mercy, Rollo's ex-wife. Charlie concludes from their chat with Mercy that Rollo was not widely regarded by many people, hence, his death is not surprising. Charlie, learning Mercy didn't like Rollo, offers her $5,000 to accompany him to meet Big Guard and certify that Rollo's body is one in the trunk. Mercy, on the other hand, does not want to get too engaged, claiming that Rollo had a tattoo on his buttocks similar to hers. After checking Rollo's body in the trunk, Blade unexpectedly pulls a gun on Charlie and takes over the task of delivering Rollo. Blade does this so that he could be paid by Big Guard without having to share it with Charlie, as well as to join the gang. Blade recklessly drove the car and accidentally shot himself. The car lost control, collided with an electrical pole, and caught fire. Charlie believed the scenario was becoming more chaotic when Rollo's headless corpse was also torched. Soon later, Charlie devised a strategy. He instructed Mercy to contact her brother, a tattoo artist, to design a tattoo on Blade's torso that resembled Rollo's. Then Charlie would hand over Blade's body to Stan, who was both his leader and best friend. Charlie soon prepared food and labeled Stan's meals and medicine. Despite his advanced age, Stan had remained in charge of the Biloxis area for 47 years and was still active, but suffered from dementia in his later years. The following day, Charlie finally saw Bigard at his offices. Charlie received money after Bigard certified that the body belonged to Rollo. Before leaving, Bigard asked Charlie to schedule a meeting with Stan to discuss some business problems. Charlie then returned to Mercy and delivered her the promised $5,000. Mercy mentioned that she worked as a taxidermist, who is an artist who preserves dead creatures as if they are living. Charlie was equally attracted to Mercy, so he invited her to have supper. The next day, Charlie was seen with his colleagues, all of whom worked for Stan and were like family to him. They followed rigorous standards within their group, only targeting bad people, and reported to an agency board called SAWL, which governed all assassin agencies in the area. Stan inquired about Charlie's retirement plans while they sat together, as Charlie desired to purchase a house in Italy. Charlie said he was still thinking about it. However, Stan advised Charlie to make a choice about his retirement soon. Stan remarked that he had his retirement plans ready. Charlie then sent along a note from Bigard, who wanted to meet Stan. But Stan refused to do business with Bigard because he thought he was a bad person. Stan urged Charlie not to approach Bigard and his group at that time. When Charlie came home and finished his work, Bigard's goons crept in and attempted to murder him. But as a trained assassin with extensive training, Charlie was always attentive and prepared, allowing him to eliminate both of Bigard's attackers. He ran across more of Bigard's guys and realized it was too late because all of his colleagues had already been slaughtered. Charlie was resolved to exact revenge and eliminate Bigard. So he met with Saul, the hitman's boss and a board member at Stan's organization. Charlie begged for permission to remove Bigard because he had broken the rules by killing Stan. Unfortunately, Saul declined since Bigard played a key role in the agency's operations and contributed significantly to its growth. Saul also told Charlie that Bigard was younger than Stan, who was regarded as old, and that Stan should be replaced with a younger leader. There, Saul even recommended Charlie leave and travel far away. However, Charlie refused and insisted on exacting his revenge on Bigard in his own way. When Charlie wondered where Bigard was, Saul advised that he ask his co-workers who were still safe. When Charlie heard this, he remembered Benny, who had hired Blade for Stan. At that point, Charlie recognized that Benny had deceived him. Charlie then returned home, got all of his weapons, and went to Benny's house to face him. After collecting information from Benny's wife, Celine, Charlie went to the casino that Bigard had taken over. Charlie arrived at the casino and surreptitiously persuaded a guard he knew to depart early. Then he entered Benny's room nonchalantly and quickly eliminated him. After dealing with Benny, Charlie went on to eliminate all of Bigard's men at the casino. However, as Charlie became besieged, the guard he had assisted earlier came to his aid out of loyalty to Stan. Charlie followed one of Bigard's men, who was looking for something at Rollo's residence, to find out why Bigard was so desperate to kill Rollo. Charlie unexpectedly encountered another of Bigard's guys and quickly dealt with him. Finally, Charlie realized that Rollo had evidence of Bigard's illicit deeds on tape. That's why Bigard sent Blade and Charlie to take down Rollo. Bigard did not want Charlie or Saul to find or know about this proof, so he sent his men to continue seeking the recording. Currently, they are at Mercy's residence. Fortunately, Mercy, a former mafia wife, was able to murder two of Bigard's men using her expertise. Charlie arrived shortly afterwards and explained everything to Mercy. Mercy mentioned that, in addition to the tape, Rollo possessed $50,000 that he had promised to give her but never did. Charlie planned to travel to New Orleans, where Rollo's gang was based, and Mercy insisted on accompanying him since she, too, needed the $50,000 to improve her life. Meanwhile, at Charlie's house, Bruno, Bigard's assistant, appeared to be looking for Charlie. Long story short, Charlie and Mercy arrived at another of Rollo's residences, but it appeared like Bigard's men had already ransacked it. They searched every room but found nothing. Mercy, who knew Rollo's tendencies, assumed he stored the tape in a red box with an image of a Mustang car, but they couldn't locate it. Fortunately, Charlie received a useful tip from a fax machine about the flat where Rollo had just stayed. Charlie rushed to the flat after calling and verifying the account history. When he arrived, he extensively searched the apartment but discovered nothing. Bruno came just as he was ready to wait for the elevator, looking for evidence of the recording. Charlie attempted to flee from Bruno and ended up hiding in the laundry disposal area. Despite being shot, Charlie survived and returned to his safe refuge. Mercy soon helped cure Charlie's wounds and conveyed her concern, advising Charlie to consider retirement because he could face a fate similar to Rollo's. Charlie, on the other hand, was determined to exact retribution. Then, by looking for clues in the apartment bill, Charlie and Mercy's quest led them to Rollo's mother's residence, where Rollo had contacted her several times before his death. When they arrived, Mercy methodically examined the entire area for Rollo's red storage box, but when they opened it, they realized that the contents had vanished. It turned out that Rollo's mother had used the $50,000 in the box to pay for breast surgery. Meanwhile, Rollo's mother had never located the recording Charlie was looking for. Mercy asked Charlie to take her to the bus station after realizing that her $50,000 had been spent on breast surgery because she wanted to get home right away. At the time, Charlie intended to keep looking for the recording. To keep Mercy from being discouraged, he offered her his own money. Mercy, on the other hand, rejected it and requested that Charlie swear to return to ensure her safety on the journey. Before leaving, she warned him not to fall in love with her, but it was too late. Charlie had already fallen for her. Mercy modified her plans to go home when she realized Rollo used to handle Bigard's former pub. Mercy suspected Rollo might have hidden the recording there. When she arrived, she entered the pub and looked for any clues. Knowing Rollo's fondness for Mustangs, she searched for a photo of one and eventually discovered the recording proof. As Mercy exited the tavern, Bigard's men apprehended her. Fortunately, Charlie came just in time to save Mercy. She then handed over the recording to Charlie, but Bruno appeared and managed to detain him. At that point, Bruno directed Charlie to Bigard's headquarters. Then, on his way to meet Bigard, who had also apprehended Mercy, Charlie kept an eye on Bruno's cunning ways. When Charlie found the ideal opportunity, he crashed the car he was driving, killing Bruno. Charlie then hijacked another driver's car to get to Bigard's headquarters, save Mercy, and settle the score with Bigard. When Charlie arrived, he saw Bigard taking Mercy hostage and demanding from Charlie the tape while holding him at gunpoint. Bigard, however, died as a result of a sudden shooting. Unexpectedly, Charlie showed Saul the recording. The recording revealed that Bigard had betrayed Saul and reported his misdeeds to the FBI with the purpose of succeeding Saul as the agency's commander. After confirming Bigard's rule violation, Saul gave Charlie permission to eliminate him. Stan was eventually found to be alive. Charlie had already transported him to a safe spot when Stan expressed his distrust of Bigard. So the bodies discovered at Stan's residence belonged to Paul and a few of Stan's men. Charlie moved Stan to a retirement home that Stan had planned and gave him a new name, Mr. Green. After all of the commotion, Charlie and Mercy started a relationship and began their new life in Italy. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.